earning announcement of their third quarter for their fiscal year 2025. All this information you're going to be looking is from my blog, jesusgg.xyz. Let's go. All right, let's talk about first the announcement for the quarter 3 2025 or the third quarter of fiscal year's results. And Nintendo recently opened its Q3 financial results for the final fiscal years ending in March 2025, revealing a significant downturn in its financial performance. The company posted an equivalent of $1.1 billion in revenue, a notable decline from the $1.7 billion from last year or a year ago in Q3 2024. This 31.4% drop in revenue was accompanied by a decrease in earnings per share from 117.45 yens to 110.40 yen. Of course, the main topic in this earning are the Nintendo Switch sales, which included a 30.6% year-over-year decline in Nintendo Switch hardware sales, with only 4.82 million units sold during the quarter. This brought the total sales for this fiscal year to 9.54 million units, significantly lower than the previous year. The company has now revised its sales forecast for the Switch from 12 million and a half to 11 million units. Yes, there had been kind of a notion that Nintendo wanted to match both the Nintendo DS and 3DS sales along with the historic PlayStation 2 sales that are historically and respectively from Sony and Nintendo and Sony. I said backwards. The greatest accomplishment in hardware sale and all the gaming industry. So there's probably not too many happy faces at Nintendo because Nintendo having a single hardware for almost 8 years, pushing on the concept that were incredible with the Wii U. Yeah, the Wii U has this kind of a mantra that we can discuss it the other day, what went well and what went wrong with the Wii U. But the concept of having the opportunity to continue a gameplay if you're sharing a main television and somebody wants to see a show and you've been in a long time playing video game, the opportunity to change your gameplay via the controller was the catalyst, the foundation, whatever you want to call it, about what is now known as the Nintendo Switch, released in 2017, and almost 8 years later, Nintendo wanted to have the privilege to say that another hardware did a new record for the Nintendo Switch. And despite they didn't really land it on having the Nintendo Switch being the most gaming hardware with the high sales of all time, I think that there shouldn't be anything bad to say about the Nintendo Switch in the perspective that Nintendo carrying on with just one hardware, with just one ecosystem, something that you didn't hear before. Because yeah, you could say that probably Nintendo, the first years, the NES carried Nintendo for 3 years, then entered the Game Boy. Then in the early 90s, the Super Nintendo, the NES, or the Super Famicom. Game Boy actually stretched it out until the late 90s. And this is not counting on the Pocket, the Game Boy Pocket, and the Game Boy Color then follow up. So basically Nintendo, in most of this modern life, because another topic for another day is that Nintendo wasn't just a video game company from the get-go. It's just one of the many businesses that Nintendo dive in this 100-year-plus story, including the trading card game business with traditional Japanese games, taxis business, and including even the motel business. So I think they will be interesting diving in the history of Nintendo, but we are talking about that today. And to finish my point here is that Nintendo Switch carried the company for almost a decade. I think that's one of the good things, regardless if the Nintendo Switch deserves the current negativity because of its hardware, and Nintendo choosing this hardware to be the competitor of 2 generations of PlayStation and Xbox respectively, alongside PC gaming world. So yeah, I think that it should be interesting analyzing the pros and cons of the Nintendo Switch ROM. Subscribe and hit that notification bell for more gaming news, updates, retro gaming, and gaming info in general. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. This was Jesus from Jesus Gaming. Health and success and happy gaming.